It's the one and only. Y'all already know T-5 the kid, man. Surviving. Ain't gonna lie. I try to live my life right as possible, but niggas survive. You can't be homeless on the streets. They don't want you downtown. They don't want you in the woods in the tent. Damn, where the fuck we supposed to go? Niggas be out here trying to survive. They still ain't running me my money. I shouldn't be homeless when I got shit rightfully mine in my name. You see where I'm at? Bendo. In it, bitch. You hear the music playing? You know, me, I'm strategic. You know, I got a military friend, you know. At a young age, he taught me how to snipe, everything. You know, how to break down certain guns, how to fight with knives. You know, asked me, did I know how to play chess? And I was like, yeah, played it. He's like, oh, you're a great chess player. Yeah, I am. I'm very book smart, high-ass IQ, very intelligent. If I had to disappear into the woods and live off grid, I would survive. Studied shit like how to crop, when the right time to plant certain seeds and fruits. Feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna let y'all boys know. I'll put up cameras over there. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Huh?
Cat over there?
Nah. You see cat walking down the street?
Okay.
I'm military. I have military training. I'm a survivalist.
And I'm peace loving.
And they gang stalking me, I'm gonna survive.
And he's going to enforce.
No, it's nothing bad. Ain't no police shit. It's for my safety. It's the same thing if I'm living in the woods in a tent, boy. Secure that bit. I see y'all when y'all walk through. Yeah, bitch. Just let you know, bro. You know, strategic military training. I'm a survivalist. They gang stalking me. I'm a target. I'm gonna survive, dog. I be on these drugs. Sometimes I be tweaking. I be talking to myself. I forget the camera down rolling. But y'all seen it. Y'all witnessed it. I'm still gonna post this shit. These people trying so hard to sacrifice me. Last night I got in my feelings, cried to God for a whole hour. I was so emotional. I'm like, Father God, I'm tired. It's like, imagine your whole hood trying to kill you, and you got $1 million hit on your head. And everybody knows. Whoever kill him first, you get it. Versus being loyal to the person that's going to be the millionaire. And he was loyal to you. You're going to make it. If I make it, you make it. And that's my mindset. But these people are so brainwashed with this brainwashed mentality, they just don't understand the way I do life. They just toxic, tear down, steal, hate, kill, destroy. People be glorifying killing this shit. I sure did. I sure did. You put the pack in that bitch, they gonna know who took that bitch too. I had to tell them, put the pack in that bitch. I seen it when they because the motion sensor went off. But I'm strategic. You cannot set me up. I know when you're coming. I know when you're coming. But yeah, you know I gotta throw people off type shit. They ain't doing nothing illegal, and nothing out of the box. I'm just surviving. I'm a survivalist, dog. I manipulate the fuck out of motherfuckers because they'll gaslight the fuck out you. These people be thinking I'm slow, I'm dumb, I'm naive, I'm green. And the whole time, bitch, I'm a winner and on point. They gotta know who they playing with. I take my life serious. I try so hard not to be the monster or the bad guy. I told them boys I got cameras up. I ain't even put them bitches up yet. But I do got a motion sensor. Now, the sensor, you gotta, it go by feet. Some go by feet, some go by yards. So, you can order the kinds off Amazon. We used to do this in the woods. We used to put them on, you have to get the ones that can go real far. That the signal goes real far. I'm constantly being stopped by this. The Illuminati want to be motherfuckers, which are fake. Fake ass secret side and Freemasons. You know how that shit be, dog. I say, if y'all gonna tell the story, we'll tell the truth. Well, I'm gonna tell you how I really live. You know, I smoke. I ain't perfect, but God accepted me for me. I walk in my authentic light. I'm still on ignorant. I ain't out here selling dope. I actually do it right. I'd rather act than go steal. In my past, I was always called a liar, and I hated that. So I didn't want to be called a liar no more. So I just asked God, put on my Father God, help me be able to tell the truth, even if it hurt every man or woman. Let me be able to tell the truth. Let my truth be the truth. Let me be able to tell the truth. Now, when you confront me on some shit, I'm going to tell it what it is. I ain't police and shit. I call out fuck niggas and bitches for they whole shit. And they don't like that. Never police. If I police your ass, I would have said your name. They would have been got your dumb ass. God. The motherfucker say, damn, bro, you in the bando? There ain't no furniture in that bit. I'm sleeping on the floor. I was speaking in that bit. I told everybody in that bit. I know these motherfuckers be watching and be plotting, trying to set me up, but these motherfuckers can't play chess. I'm strategic and I'm militant. They got to come in numbers for one man. Who really got the strength? Not them, me. Y'all in the crowd, y'all in the group. Y'all be having 700 people at a time paid to monitor me. Everywhere I go, they monitor. Wherever I lay my head or plant my feet, we gonna be safe. You're around the man of God, the leader. I'm an alpha. Don't follow. I come up with solutions and I solve problems. I hate abuse. I don't like men that beat on women. I ain't with that. We ain't hurting no kids, none of that. You're gonna face them traumas. You're gonna get your ass beat. I hate pedophiles. In jail, they let her beat their ass. When I was in jail, they told the motherfucker pedophile, we was gonna beat that nigga ass. Straight like that. The officer beat his ass. Yeah, he deserved to get his ass beat. He's gonna look the other way and let us beat the dog shit out of him, try to beat him to death. It ain't right, but hey, I ain't got kids. I want kids. But I got nieces and nephews, cousins. I wish a motherfucker would. And I found out. I don't even like hearing about females that are grown getting raped. I'll be like, who did it? Who did it? Put a name on it. They don't want to put a name on it because they know I'm gonna touch that motherfucker. I will touch that motherfucker. I ain't gonna break it up. Oh, you raped this up. No, I ain't gonna do that. You pop out like Casper the Ghost. I'm unpredictable. And people think they got me down to the T. I switch up the whole pattern. It's just when you move so strategic for so long, it's a everyday process. So if you do something, it becomes a repetitive pattern. That's the way I move. That's the way I think. There's a lot of shit wrong going in the hood. Be human trafficking. Everybody selling dope. That shit don't concern me. Now the human trafficking, I can't stand that and see that. If I see that, I gotta stop that shit. If I can save that person's life, and that's me being a psychic, I'm gonna save that person's life. Sometimes God put me in people's lives to save them. It's either I gotta learn something from them, or they gotta learn something from me. And that's how that shit is. So these people don't be understanding who they play with, who they playing with. These boys act like they got plans and plots. Come on, we ain't on none of that. We ain't on that. You playing with a child of God. I don't fear man. Motherfuckers say, oh, there's a dude around here got all the people serving. Got the bitch working the traps. I like, y'all getting paid. And they don't come and work in that bitch. They owe that motherfucker. I say, it sound like some slave shit. How you owe him? You working that bitch and you don't come working. You gotta pay a debt. Or they gonna hunt your ass down. Y'all niggas getting slaved in the hood. Niggas getting slaved by other niggas. This shit. Nigga had me fucked up. You try to intimidate me and force me to do some shit. Make me a do boy, a do bitch. And I feel played, I'm gonna run off with all that shit. For real. Nigga, the spark gone in the wind. Hear that? Nah, it couldn't be me. I done took the route of selling dope. It don't get you nowhere. I almost got fucked up for a Rico at a young age. I was doing all that shit. Pimping hoes. I was 16 years old pimping hoes. My granddaddy was a Mac. Like, really a Mac. You know, right now he about like in the 75, 76, I don't know. I don't keep up with people's birthdays no more. Hell, I don't even keep up with my birthday. Hell, I don't even look at the calendar. I don't even make plans. I just live life. No stress. That's why I look so young. You know, when you find peace and happiness, you gotta learn how to make peace in the midst of the chaos. And they be like, oh, you don't need drugs, you don't need drugs. And sometimes I be on these drugs to be up. I don't do no ice and no oil or no crack or no fit. I might smoke some Molly or some hit some flop here and there, but I ain't tweak. What that shit do to me is I'm already aware, but it like triggers something with my psychic ability. When I get on that shit, I overthink, and I don't miss a beat. Even if I was sober, I still wouldn't miss a beat. But still, a lot of people underestimate me because I'm soft-spoken, soft-toned, humble. I come off naive or green, but they don't understand I was a gang member. When I grew up, I just love robbing shit. Any nigga that flexed when I was a teenager, I was gonna take that shit. I want it. I ain't have shit. I want it. And when people kick me out to the street, a gang opened their arms up to me. Gave me dope, gave me flag, gave me money, and gave me a place to stay. I actually had my own room. Big homie was like on some Tupac posters everywhere, out loud, type shit. I felt bad. I was a book smart ass nigga, you know. Mama raised me to do right. Baby on road student, you know. But I was also bad as hell. I mean, they be like the quiet kids the worst. That's the realest shit. The quiet kids are the worst. I was one of them. People don't understand that. My first referral was at N.L. Morgan in Patson down the street. I remember it was school night. They used to have what? Celebrity Deathmatch come on HBO. It was the Boondocks, and then at 12 o'clock midnight you had Katie Morgan 101 6 class and Teddy motorcycle, and crazy real taxis, and they'll pick up bitches off the prostitute, pick up women off the street. Like, hey, I got 10,000 or 1,000. Can I fuck? The bitch will jump in the cab, and the driver drive, and he fucking the bitch in the back seat. I grew up watching this shit. Went to school the next day. T told me and another white girl to get lunch boxes. I said, you want to see what I learned? So we in the back closet room getting lunch boxes. She like, what? I said, you got to get on your knees. You got to get down. I pushed her down, put it on my pants. Suck my dick, bitch. Had her lips on my dick. Literally. She just come back, oh my God. That was my first referral. First referral. And I was bad as hell. My mama stayed putting me on punishment, stayed locking me in my room, type shit. Made me go pick the switch off the tree. Type shit. She'll feel me. She'll tell me to go play outside. I used to aggravate her on purpose so she can put me out the door, lock the door, and tell me to go play outside. Hey, you better be home before the street lights come home. Come on, or I'm gonna beat your ass. I used to come home exactly when the street lights come on. Type shit. I'm looking at Miss Parker right now. You gotta mind your business. Touch nose, touch nose, touch nose. You got an ass on though. They be like, the man of God ain't supposed to lust. That's our biggest problem, women. We trying so hard to do right. The temptation comes either they gonna have they gonna either be a sex addict or they gonna have a porn addiction low key. You're gonna either have a sex addict, sex addiction, or you're gonna be watching porn. Pick your poison. The man of God, I mean, that's why a lot of pastors be players. This is God, that's true. How else can I take this? Maybe like, you're not healed. That is not true. That is not true. I'm lonely than a motherfucker. Celibate than a motherfucker. I want pussy. I want to fuck some shit. And if I did fuck some shit, I'm fucking her like a porn star. So when the girl, she was a prostitute, she was dancing and shit. I was like, oh, go ahead, go ahead. Man. She like, I was grabbing her ass, grabbing by the little, you know, between the legs like this, you know, and she bent over. I went down and sat down. She like, damn, you a tease. She like, was you scared? I like, nah, I'm celibate. She said, damn, you done got me turned on for that? I was like, yeah. I don't know, I like you even more. You a challenge. I know that's what they all say. Every time I turn around, there's a room where I lie on my name. That's what I told you. I grew up watching my granddaddy pimp females. But he always told me the difference between a pimp and a mat was that the pimp abused the women because he couldn't control the woman. So to get her to listen to him, he beat her ass. The mat didn't raise his hand to a woman. The mat made money moves, boss plays, and all his homeboys gonna eat, and all the females they gonna make that money for him. Because they know he real, he loyal, he stand on business. Not once do he gotta raise a hand. I never had to raise a hand on a woman. I done had women say they'll go pop pussy for me and breaking me off. They'll trust me before trusting these other green ass niggas in the street. You call us queen, you make us feel comfortable, you make us feel, when a lot of females say when they get around me, they feel they're at peace. And I'm a man of God, of course you're going to be at peace. You know? Wherever we stepped at, I done prayed over. I done prayed for me and you, whether you believe or not. So my viewpoint is very different, very different. You know, I done been through so much shit, testimonies on testimonies. I used to push it, but Mom used to Now you hanging out in a young age, you coming later and later past the street like you making your own character. Alright, you keep playing, I'm gonna kick you out. You know, I'm gonna be locked out. Mama thought I was gonna sit on the porch all night because I'm locked out. Bitch, I'm finna run the streets. Now I'm finna do what I want. Type shit. That's how my mom was as a kid. By 7, I was already shooting dice. Mama come in at the bus stop, shooting dice, beat my ass. I was bad as hell. I was bad as hell, but I was smart as hell at the same time. I didn't catch on like the other students, but I was a visual learner. You had to show me and make examples for me. A real visual learner. You got hands-on visual learner. I don't think it's another one, but yeah, that's pretty much what it was. You know, when I fast forward to now, it took me a lot to get here on this spiritual journey. From childhood to granddaddy's Mac. My granddaddy didn't beat, and the crazy part about my granddaddy, he never beat none of them females. My mama didn't like her own daddy because her daddy would fuck all her friends. He was fucking all her friends. He like, I got this horse dick. He said, grandson, I got a horse dick and I'll be fucking all your mama friends. Said it just like that. As I got older, I always say, I'm going to keep my girl away from my granddaddy because I don't know, he might be slick enough to pull out his shit and this be hip ties type shit. It be like that though. It happens. Bitch don't know how to act. Bitch be 20 years old and ready to be with a 75-year-old man. It's life. Shit happens. You lost your bitch to a granddaddy. Bruh. But I can't get mad. But we always had bros over hoes. And if that hoe gonna be a hoe, let it go. Play the game. And that's how my mind was. I'm gonna treat you like a queen. I'm gonna love you like a queen. I'm gonna treat you with respect. The minute you show me you have no worth and you unworthy, you don't have that title and treatment over. I treat every woman like a queen. But if she want to be walking like a hoe, I'm going to treat her like a hoe. Because that's how she walking. Come on, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Bend that shit over. That's my little shit. You going to take that bitch. These hoes toxic. That's what they like to hear. They don't want to hear, good morning, queen. Good morning, sunshine. Honey bun. Niggas talking like that, bro. They be like, in society, how they got us brainwashed to think that's some simple shit. That's just a man who with compassion, and I guess it's just, I don't know, society make that shit, make it seem like you a simp if you think like that. There's nothing wrong with calling a woman good morning queen. Every woman is a queen, and God's eyes, a woman is a queen. The man's supposed to be treating a woman like a queen. She's royalty. But if she don't walk like a royalty, she better, if she don't walk like a queen, then she's a harlot, she's a whore, she's a Jezebel. If she gives herself to everybody, she's a harlot, she's a whore, she's a Jezebel. Point me to a direction with a female who don't got a high-ass body count. Is it under 5? A lot of these females, when the minute they get that first hormone and first period, it's over after that. And she starts stinking. When she starts rubbing that little cooter, it's a wrap. Now she's experiencing, now she's playing. Hey, go from now. As soon as she gets penetrated, she falls in love with it. It became addictive. Same thing as a man. Well, life just taught me a lot. I've been through so much. Everything was life, lessons, and experience. I've been through so much. About 12 years old, I remember when I was in middle school, I used to get bullied. When I was 5th grade, we had Lakeshore Middle. And yeah, I think it was a high school next to Lakeshore Middle. the high school kids that walk through and bully the middle school kids. I ended up getting picked up by the whole football team. They carried my ass, like carried me. I'm fighting. None of the teachers stopped the shit, none of the shit. They picked me up and threw me in the dumpster. It made me so mad. And they closed the lid on me. I got out that trash can, threw off my shirt. I missed the bus to school, everything. I'm trying to chase I'm in a rage chasing my enemy down. It took them an hour to calm me down. Another situation, my mom was like, man, you keep getting out school, I'm gonna beat your ass. My mom ain't beat as I got older, she ain't beat my ass with a belt no more, she beat my ass with her fist. She'll punch me in my shit, straight in my face. Walk in the house, I ain't even see it coming. I'll put that key in that door, turn that lock, she punch me right in my shit. That's how she used to beat my ass. Punch me in my shit. You young, you scared of your mom. You scared of your mom and your pop. And they voice intimidates you. Every kid. Until one day, you're like Caesar on Planet 8. No. That day I said no. That was my ass. I grabbed the belt. I think that was the wrong move. I'm gonna beat your ass. I ain't come home. End up joining the gang to the streets. Now I'm gang banging, toting iron, selling weed and coke. Walking around with a pistol and with a pocket full of money. Looking for any nigga that's sweet. If you left that car running, I didn't know how to drive, but my little dog did. I'm 16, 14. That car was running at that gas station, bitch, we jumped in it. Oh, it's a chop shop in Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, we're gonna take this shit straight to Atlanta, Georgia. Get 7 bands and come straight back to Jacksonville. Shit was sweet back then. Now chop shops don't take cars. Because every car gotta be registered. And they gotta have the title and ID when you sell it to the junkyard. By 16, I told you I was in the streets, gang banging. We were making counterfeit, we were doing fraud, black credit card readers, we were hacking. We were doing so much shit, so much legal shit. 15 years old. You ever seen a homeless man pimp other homeless bitches? I was one of them. An old head like, man, nephew. I'm like, yes sir, what's up? He like, go sit right there and watch that hoe. I like, what you mean? She's gonna go make my money. Where? In the shed. It was a Pizza Hut shed it used to be Pizza Hut on 103rd. Right there in the little cut. I bet they turned that little spot to a little Checkers or some shit. That shit used to be a little Pizza Hut. Homeless people used to steal, breaking that shit and steal the shit out the freezers and shit. It was like a dry room and you had a freezer. So, this shit's so crazy, dog. The bitch took the nigga back there, made her money. But basically he told me, watch that hoe. And when she get that money and that nigga leave, walk up on her. They say, and I say his name, in his name, say give him the money. And I sat in the corner on some steps of that plaza, watched the hoe. They went in that pit. Come out 15 minutes later. I got up and went over there, said what I said, got the money, came back to Unc said, that's all you. I like, what you mean? That's all you. That's your bitch. You better keep that hoe in check. And it went from there. 16 years old. It went from one bitch to 15 bitches. That margin I'm gay, baby. Got a pole, sell it dope, sell it weed, get money. Them hoes will make that money and bring that shit to me. And I will literally check their ass to make sure they went. We went from selling weed to buying ounces of weed to seeing the bands, and I got the bright idea, hey, we trying to sell ounces and trying to flip this shit too slow. We walk in the trap, this nigga got bands right here. 15 years old, let's take this shit. Man, my dog on the same page, and it's like my mud brother, we was on the same page. Act like we finna re-up on an ounce a piece. We seen that duffel bag of money, and we up the blicky on that boy. He like, they ain't gonna do me like that. I taught y'all niggas again. Got off on his ass. Ran off with the money, ran off with all the dope. He was like, I'm gonna kill y'all when I catch y'all. We already took all your blicks. I had so much beef as a teenager, because when you start touching money, you get addicted to it. So I started robbing for fun. Any nigga I seen splurging with money, that nigga was getting hit. If you was standing at the corner like this, trying to flex this shit, you know, they click, click, click. They wasn't doing that glee shit because Kodak went out back then. But y'all understand the moral of the story. But any nigga that was flexing, but I'm gonna go walk up on him, talk to him, while he got all that money hanging out his pocket. My dog gonna come around him, rob his ass, gunpoint. Now he got a gun in the back of his head, and I'm gonna run his pocket. We're gonna run off. And it went from there. Met a little bitch named Tiffany. She was a little fat. She was fat, but she was pretty as fuck. I think she was like black, Puerto Rican, and she had Indian in her. She was so pretty. She was a pretty BBW. She was so pretty. Pretty ass eyes. Nice little plump shape. Perfect. Little, juicy little titty. Type shit. She pulled up, I remember the day like this, she pulled up in an Impala sitting on 22. I'm at the corner store. All this like that bit. We in camouflage down. Bandana hanging. Type shit. Everybody got a bandana hanging out their pocket. Type shit. You know how that shit be. The OG got his shit around his head. Everybody else shit hanging right out their pocket. It was crazy. It was so crazy, yo. It was so crazy. She called herself trying to stun on me. I like, how you doing? What's up, ma? Damn, you fine as fuck. Can I get your number? She like, boy, you can't fuck with me. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. I'm like, bitch, I got enough money to pay your rent. I got enough money to pay your rent, bitch. I got enough money right now to pay your rent for the next 6 months. Type shit. Bitch, you ain't got no money. I emptied out my pockets. 1 pocket, 2 pockets, the back pocket. Bitch, slapped her with the money. On every day I slapped her with the money. Right there in front of Safari on 130. And I like, bitch, don't ever, I ain't no peon ass nigga. I'm gonna go get him. I'm like robbing dope boy. I said, that's when I screamed out at the time. My dog, I was so hot. He like, bro, pick up your money, bro. You tripping. You let that bitch get you out of care. Man, pick up your money, bro. Pick up your money, bro. You made me too much scene. We were doing a lot of fraud at teenagers. That's when you can write the checks and go cash it at the ATM, and you write the figure checks and you get cash and you receive money back at the ATM. That shit was sweet back there. I'm telling y'all, I was doing this dumb shit. I was doing a lot of dumb ass shit. A lot of dumb ass shit. Man, this is a real testimony. What led me to prison? The greed. I ended up moving in with Tiffany. Me, nah, I'm book smart. She moved me in because she seen I was getting money. We selling dope. She seen we was tipping hoes. I told her, I ain't trying to put you in the game room. I ain't supposed to be telling you this shit. Between me and you, I'm not really supposed to be telling you this shit. I you fucked up. But I told her, I like, look, I'm 15. I was selling dope. I was pimping hoes. I'm making counterfeit. I'm doing fraud. I'm an AB honor roll student. I'm doing all this illegal shit, and I'm an AB honor roll student. She said, I fuck with you, you're a real nigga. That's why I moved you in. Her baby daddy wasn't in her life. I ended up taking her and her out. She ended up quitting her job. She ended up quitting her job for a couple months. I took care of the bills. I was selling weed in the Molly at 15. My dog was selling the weed next door in the apartment next door. This time we was in West Chase. My other dog, he had other sisters. So I had one sister, he had the other sister next door, and he had the other sister upstairs. And that's just how that shit was. But we trapping out that shit, you know what the fuck? Baby that pops out. I can say his name, but I'm not gonna say his name. Nigga popped out for 1,200. Who the fuck? You got that young ass nigga around my kid? I think he walked in the house and I had his child sitting on my lap. And I was reading a book to his child. It was so crazy. And I got my gun on the side of me, but it's on no safety. That nigga clicked. She ain't never tell me she had a baby daddy and he had to keep to that house. It was like, I don't know how you forget this. It's chill this shit. She ain't never told me that yet. Nigga got mad. She was like, it's crazy, a young nigga treat me better than my own baby daddy. I was putting food in the fridge. Food stayed in the fridge. She always had money. She never needed weed because I had the weed. She wasn't doing Molly back then. Back then we had actually Molly, like we popped that capsule. We had the real deal. Back then I also was smoking weed, Molly. I'll pop an X pill here and there. If I popped a Molly pill, I blacked out. And that was how my childhood was. All of us was like real deal gang banging, serving dope. Age 15. It's Trey. We always trapping. Heavy. 16 years old. I fell in love with robbing dope boys. That's why I got fucked up at. We hit that one lick. And we got away with that shit. My little brother wanted to go back. We hit it and we rocked somebody else. And next thing you know, my ass was going up the road. And people want me to tell my testimony. This shit be deep. They be thinking I'm green, bro. If I was doing this shit, I'd do it way better than you niggas. At 16, I was making counterfeit. I was doing all that. We doing all that. All of that. Everybody got one job. Everybody got a different job. Ain't nothing. There's nothing over here. You already know that. Now she coming over here like this is the spot. No, this is not the spot. I'm just sitting here on the camera. You feel me? Chilling. Now I'm saying I'm gonna put a lock on it. I ain't think I'm playing. I'm so serious. I'm gonna put a lock on it. No, I'm gonna put this off. I gotta find some pin to change the lock. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, man, that shit was just crazy, dog. That my childhood. I mean, there was a point in time in my life where everybody got locked up. Everybody got locked up. I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. I ended up just being, I'm like, damn, bro locked up, dog locked up, other dog locked up. Damn, I ain't got nobody. Half the gang locked up because they all got caught up doing dumb shit. I was going to school. These niggas was still in the streets. They dropped out. My mama never knew I was gangbanging and selling dope and robbing shit. She ain't know none of that shit. She just thought her child was AB on the road going to school. We was hacking DCPS, Duval County School Board computer system and changing our grades. If I made bad grades, they would be printing out me good grades. We don't hack the database. And we'll tell people, if you want your grades changed, you gotta pay me. You gotta give me $100. I'll change your grade. You really failed, but the report card gonna print out like you got an A and B. So yeah, you know how that shit be. Hold up, I gotta see what percent my phone on. But me at 16, I was very smart. We was playing Halo on the computer then. We was playing Halo. They had it where you can only connect with people. Say for instance, you download Halo. It wasn't even Halo. It was before Halo. It was damn, what that game called? It's an online game. Counter-Strike. We were playing Counter-Strike online. If you play in my eyes, Counter-Strike was better than Grand Theft Auto. Playing shit like Driver and Counter-Strike online that's the real GTA. If you played Driver, you know how hard the game Driver was. We played Counter-Strike, hacked the service, and we sent out a public message to all kids. We had the system, so every time the kids logged into the computer, they got a message that popped up at the bottom, and it was like we had a server chat where everybody could communicate in. We had to keep making private files. Every day we had to make a new file and put it in another place because they'll figure this shit out. Not everybody playing Counter-Strike, and we texting. You know, you gotta press T to type, to press enter, and then get back to shooting with the W4. You know how I go D. You know S. You know the A. The clicker. The Control Alt Delete. The shoot. Sometimes if you didn't have the mouse, man. Or that was the jump or grenade button. Counter-Strike, you was able to walk in the house to cut on the light and then cut on your flashlight with the gun. Cut off the light and have the flashlight or night vision. That's why I said GTA was like that shit would be rough. But it ain't. It's not. All you go in buildings, lights on. You don't have the option cut on the light, cut off the light. You know? It ain't really like Driver. Driver is fucked up. Like you really can do some demon shit. They be like GTA some demon shit. No, GTA is some filtered shit. Driver was off the fucking chain. I felt like Driver was worse than GTA. The graphics was horrible. Talk about like it looked like it could have been 10-bit. So, you gotta know how that shit was. In my childhood, this was lit, dog. You know, I did wrestling. I was on the dance team. You know, we used to crump, woo, Woo, get it, woo. We used to do shit like that. We used to do shit like that all the time. I was a whooping ass nigga. That was my nickname, Wooter. Cause I used to always be whoop, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. And me as a kid, that was the fuck I was on. Everywhere I go, whoop, whoop, get, get it. I was doing that as a little kid. Whooping everywhere I go. My mom would be like, stop dancing. Everywhere I go, I just be dancing. Ain't no music playing, you just dancing. I hear beats and melodies. She's always catching me humming. I was humming. I was always humming and or hitting beats. And I come up with patterns. You feel me? And they think, no, I'm that was me at 7, 8 years old. And my mom swore up and down I was retarded. And she's like, my child retarded. He's retarded. Every time she caught me talking to myself, and she'd be like, you crazy. I'd be like, I'm talking to my friend. It's something you can't see, is there. I hear the voice. I was terrible though, because I was a little crazy, because I used to draw weird ass pictures of killing people. For some reason, I lost the talent of drawing. I used to draw some weird ass shit. The shit I used to draw made my mama go bigger at me. She bigger at me. She like, this ain't crazy. Because I used to draw some weird ass shit and she could not understand this shit. She could not understand this. It's bigger at me because I was talking to myself, but I was young. I used to really be able to see spirits. Sometimes I used to freak out because I swear I seen a ghost. But as I got older, I understood it wasn't never a ghost. I was entertaining angels. I remember I had a dream I had this dream at 7 years old, and I told this shit to my mom. I think I had just left my grandma's house and going to a Kingdom Hall service. I fell asleep, and in my dream, I fell asleep. At 7 years old, I fell asleep in my bed, and I fell through a cave. It was and I was falling, and I was falling. It felt like I was falling forever, but when I fell, that fall felt so real. It was like a long ass fall, like falling into an abyss. When I got to the bottom, it was like a big old cave. It was a big old cave. I'm dreaming this at 7 years old. In the cave, it was males and women, butt booty naked, hanging from the ceiling in bird cages. The outside of the cages was red with flames. It was a great throne before me. A great throne before me. The devil stood up. He was like a giant. The devil stood up, he was like a giant. It was a great throne. And when he stood up, it's like he morphed and shape shift to normal size. He had a face like Prince Charming. Shit was crazy. I dreamed this at 7 years old. He was like, I want your life and I want your soul. And I was like, you can't have it. Now I'm standing in this cave. It's on flame. It's in flames. It's in flames. And I see women and males hanging from the ceiling in bird cages, screaming, but they can't scream. They got zippers over their mouth. They got zippers over their mouth. They got zippers over their mouth. They were like, I ain't gonna stop until I take your life. You can't have my life. You can't have my soul. It belongs to Jesus. And he was like, he tried to tell me like, I would never stop until I take your life. And I was like, Jesus, 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 Jesus. I'm screaming, Jesus, 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 Jesus. They're like the cave, the top of the cave collapsed. I look up, the sunlight and the sky. I see the sky and I see the sunlight. It's like a rope came down. I grabbed it. I started spinning up, rising up as I grabbed the rope. Something grabbed my leg and tried to pull me down as I'm screaming, Jesus, 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 as I grabbed that rope. Next thing you know, I jump up out my sleep and I got tears on my face. I ran and told my mama my dream, and she went and baked her at me. 7 years old. I told her at 7 years old, I had a dream. I met the devil. He said he would not stop till he take my life. And I described what the hell looked like. It's not a place you want to go. Imagine burning, and you can't douse the pain. It's a forever burn. It's like throwing your ass in fire, but that fire ain't gonna kill you, but you gonna feel that pain and that burn. Imagine you catching on fire. You know, when a person catches on fire, they're screaming. That's what the fuck was going on. The motherfuckers were screaming. But it was a eternal pain and agony. That's what the fuck I seen in my dream at 7 years old. When I jumped out of my sleep with tears on my face. I run downstairs to my mama dream. Mama, I had a dream. I met the devil. Don't start that stupid shit. No, Ma. He say he ain't gonna stop till he kills me. He say, join. I want your soul. I say, no, you can't have my soul. It belongs to Jesus. I started drawing all these pictures. And they thought I was possessed. A little kid, I'm drawing all these pictures, describing what the fuck I seen. Creatures, monsters, razor sharp teeth. They don't know what the fuck guard the hell gates. I wouldn't want to be condemned. Before I pass away, you know, I'm living for Lord. I love the Lord. I love Jesus. If I die, I know I'm going to heaven. A lot of these people, they die, I can't say they going to heaven. I can't speak for them. You ain't persecuted for God or Jesus, you're not going to heaven. You denied God and you denied Jesus. If you betray your faith for cash, you ain't going to hell. I mean, you ain't going to heaven. You denounce your own faith. That's what I tell people, you join a cult, you ain't going to heaven. You basically told God, I don't believe in you, and you joined a devil worshiper for cash. You sold your soul, and you took that cash. What are you willing to do for this cash? You went against your faith. If you stood with integrity with God or Jesus or the Most High or whatever you want to say, Allah, doesn't matter. If you stood with integrity, you'd have never took that bribe. So imagine me dreaming this shit at 7 years old. When I was dreaming this shit, told my mom at 7 years old, she went to big rat my ass. It was crazy. They started putting me on these pills and medicine. I like, Mama, I don't like these pills. All I want to do is sleep. That's all I want to do is sleep. 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 She be like, wake your ass up. Mama, I don't like these pills. All I want to do is sleep. 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 The pills will make me drowsy. I always felt groggy, distorted. That shit used to make me drool. Taking on pills, that shit used to make me drool. I used to tell my mom as a little kid, I don't like these pills. And remember I told you, she bait her at me at a young age. And they were like, man, you got problems, you need help. I ain't need no damn help. It was just crazy. And that shit happened. I never did like them pills. Bitch, I stopped taking them. I act like I put it on my tongue. She could hold that tongue, hold out my tongue. Mentally, I spit that shit out. And that was my childhood, yo. I would go to sleep in class on them pills. They used to make me take my meds to school. I'd take that shit. You weren't paying attention to class. You drooling. You drool. I was drooling. I get on them pills, that shit make me drool. It was slowing down my mind. I didn't like that shit. Now that I'm older, them pills made you have, it was keeping your third eye closed. These doctors be knowing what they doing. That's why they diagnose your kids ADHD, schizophrenic, bipolar. If you hear voices, you have a spiritual gift. Some people hear voices. Some people can see spirits. Why do you think the doctor diagnosed you ADHD, schizophrenic, and bipolar? To keep your third eye closed. And once you get on these pills, over time, you're going to really be slow. It's a downer. One thing you do is slow down your mind, have you groggy, have you sleepy, or you're going to be drooling. Drooling like you in a daze. Ain't no such thing as ADHD. Your child can't sit still. Your child just got a lot of energy. The child young. Make that child go outside and play. The fuck? When children was over hyper, the parents used to, back in the days, your mama or daddy told your ass go outside and play. And you better be in the house before the street lights come. Nowadays, the kids be over hyper, mama, daddy, and they dismiss them. The child don't know what to do. Now that kid they ain't got a TV, they ain't got a game, they ain't got a system. You don't want to play catch with them. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to read. That phone more important. You doing all this shit. And then you get mad because the child want attention. But the part of being a parent and raising a child, you have to give that child attention. What else that child supposed to do? You ain't giving her no attention. And I completely understand that. Because when I was young, I used to do the same shit. Aggravate the fuck out of my mama. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to do this. I just wanted to do that. Come play Play a board game with me. Later come and they don't ever play. Come do this with me. They don't want to do it. Everything they had going on was more important than what you wanted to do as a child. Now, you ain't getting that attention as a child. You're seeking that attention elsewhere, and it leads you in the wrong place. Now you're getting that attention. Your thinking process as a child, you think this is normal. Because your parents never gave you attention. Nowadays, kids can't vent to their parents. They will vent to their neighbor or somebody else before they go tell their parents any deep dark secrets. This is the society we live in. You go to fast food restaurant, it's supposed to be family eating, family outing. You go to family restaurants now, everybody on the motherfucking phone. What was the point of going? If you was going to be on your phone, you might as well stay at the motherfucking house. You waste all that money just to be on your motherfucking phone. We went out to eat. When I was growing up, we went out to eat. There was no being on the phone. Back then, we didn't really get on the phone. Motherfuckers get off work, motherfuckers get out of school, nigga was on that line wire, downloading all types of shit, putting all types of virus on that motherfucking computer. If you wasn't on line wire, you was on MySpace. MySpace was the Facebook. Motherfuckers be like, I can't create a website. Yeah. If you know how to work MySpace, why can't you create a website? It was the same shit. Same shit. So, I don't know. Just different time zones, different beliefs, people didn't understand. I'm too rare, I'm too rare, I'm too rare for you, I'm too rare, I'm too rare, I'm too rare, I'm too rare for you. I'm too rare for you. Sun setting, you know, you got a burger bars. I put a lock on the door. But you know me, bro, I be chilling. I blog about the hood. We gonna keep this shit street, real nigga shit. And post this shit. Nigga, tell your story. This how I live. I like I said, I try to do everything right. I came from a long ways. We're going to get into the next chapter and video of how I ended up going to prison. But that's another story for another day. But this is the one and only T-5 the Kid.